Hello children, welcome to this session. So in this video I will be solving or I will be giving the key answers for the 40 MCQ questions that I had given children. So in my last video I had given 40 MCQ questions. I hope that you have solved it. So but still you have some doubts, right? So therefore I will be clarifying all the doubts about the 40 MCQ questions. I'll give the key answers as well as the solutions. Okay, now let me read the first question. If sin A equals 1 by root 2, then angle A is. Now, just if you have observed or if you have learned the trigonometric values table, 1 by root 2 will come in a sine values in a 45 degree. So that means in a sine 45 degree, the value of sine 45 degree will be equals to 1 by root 2. So that means angle A, here in this question, the angle A value will be equals to how much? So 45 degree. So therefore which option is correct, children? The C option is correct. So you need to shade the C option. Just you need to remember the trigonometric tables. In that, so 1 by root 2 will come on sine 45 degree. So therefore I am choosing the C option. So therefore C option is correct. Okay children. Now this is the answer for the first question. Now I will move on to the next problem. The class marks of the classes 20 to 50 is. Now how to find the class marks? Simple. So you need to add 20 plus 50 and you need to divide it by 2. So add 20 plus 50. So 20 plus 50 is 70 and divide it by 2. So 20 plus 50 is 70 by 2 is 2 ones are 2, 35. So therefore the answer will be 35. So therefore the option B is correct. So you need to shade the B option. Okay, moving on to the next problem. The formula to find the surface area of the sphere is. So the formula will be 4 pi r square, children. Okay, so that means which option is right? The D option is correct, 4 pi r square. Okay, now we'll move on to the next problem. So the next question is the value of tan 45 degree. So I think you I have said you need to remember the trigonometric values tables, right? So therefore the value of tan 45 degree is 1. So therefore which option is right? The C option is right, children. Okay, so next question will be the next question is the standard form of a quadratic equation is. So many times I have said for you people, children, the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So that means which option is right? The B option is right, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So you need to shade the B option. Moving on to the next question, sin 90 minus theta is equals to. So if you know complementary angles, so sin 90 minus theta will be equals to cos theta. So the answer is cos theta. So which option is correct? The A option is correct, children. So A is cos theta. So you need to shade the A option. Okay. Now I'll say the other complementary angles also. Cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Cot 90 minus theta is tan theta, the reverse of that. And also secant 90 minus theta is cosecant and cosecant 90 minus theta is secant theta. Okay. So we'll move on to the next problem. Okay. Now the next problem is, so in the graph, the coordinates of point A. Okay. So just observe the graph, children. Okay. I'll zoom it. So in the A points, first in the graph, always x-axis will come. So therefore, nothing but you need to choose the x-axis values first. So therefore, the x-axis value will be 2 and y-axis they have not mentioned. So therefore, y-axis value will be 0. So therefore, so the points on the x-axis, the coordinates of A will be 2, 0. So therefore, the D option is correct, 2, 0. Okay. So the D option you need to choose and you need to shade. Now moving on to the next question. The empirical relationship between the three central tendency is. So this question comes under statistics chapter, children. It's a relationship between mean, mode and median. So therefore I'll say the answer. So the answer will be 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean. Okay. So that means B option is correct. So B option you need to shade. Okay. Moving on to the next question. in the given figure, ST is parallel to QR, and what about the value of it's nothing but the value of PS and SQ is equals to. So children, ST is parallel to QR means so that ST line has been divided the PQ and PR line in the same ratio. That will be your Thales theorem, right? So therefore, now by applying the Thales theorem, we can directly say that PS divided by SQ is equals to PT divided by TR. So therefore, that means PS by SQ should be equals to PT by TR, children, by applying the Thales theorem. So therefore, which option is right? So the A option is right, PT by TR. Okay. So now we'll move on to the next question. So the next question is, when a point P divides the line AB in the ratio M1 is to M2 such that AP equals to BP, then 4 options they have given. So I think just observe this. Children, AB is a line. Okay, let me just write AB is a line. Sorry. Okay. Now AB is a line. Okay. This AB line has been divided in, let me call this AB as 8 centimeter. For example, I am saying, children, this AB line has been divided in the point P. Okay, let me call this point as P, so that AP is equals to what they have given, BP. So that means AP is equals to PP. So out of these 4 options, which option is correct, that you need to pick, right? So therefore, this point P has been divided in the midpoint. So that means this 8 centimeter has been divided in the point P, so that AP equals to BP means, so AP will be equals to 4 centimeter and BP will be equals to 4 centimeter, right? So therefore, the point P has been divided in the mid of this line segment, correct? So therefore, which option is correct means the C option will be correct. So therefore, M1 will be equals to M2, because this AB line segment has been divided in the ratio M1 is to M2, where AP equals to BP. So therefore, M1 should be equals to M2. So therefore, C option is correct. Okay. So this is the answer for the next question. Okay. Next question, the 7th one. The formula to find the volume of a cone. Okay. So what is the formula to find the volume of a cone? It's simple. 1 by 3. Okay, I'll write here. Sorry. 1 by 3 pi r square h. This is the formula to find the volume of a cone. So that means which option is correct? So therefore, the first option is correct. 1 by 3 for pi r square h. So therefore, A option you need to shade. Okay. Now we will move on to the next question. The distance of a point from the x-axis. The distance of a point from the x-axis is called as what? Children, let me just say about this. So if you listen carefully means you will be able to learn the 2 topics here. So therefore, the distance from the x-axis is known as y coordinate. I will write here. The distance from the x-axis is known as y coordinate as well as ordinates. Okay. So the distance from the x-axis is called as y coordinate as well as ordinates. The distance from the y-axis is called as x coordinate, and the another name is called as abscissa. So therefore, now in this question, what they are asking is the distance from the point from the x-axis they are asking. So therefore, it is called as either y coordinate, either ordinate. Okay. So therefore, the options are origin, ordinate, abscissa and parabola. So therefore, what is the answer? The answer is ordinate. So therefore, B option is correct. You need to shade the B option. Okay. Now, if suppose if they have asked the same question in different manner, the distance of a point from the y-axis, if they are asking means, so the answer will be x coordinate or abscissa. That is the answer for the question. Okay, children. So this is the another question that I need to say. So we will move on to the next question, children. Okay, the next question is the sum of the n terms of the arithmetic progression 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is dash. That is the answer. That is a question. Sorry. So they have given the AP. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus dot dot dot. So you need to do it fast now. So therefore, because in the examination, you know people that only 1 hour will be there for the maths. So therefore, I am solving bit fast. Okay. Now, so the value of the value of a will be the first term 1, and what is the common difference? A2 minus A1, 3 minus 1, 5 minus 3. So therefore, the common difference will be 2. So what you need to find? You need to find the sum of the n terms. So you need to find Sn equals to question mark. So let me write. The formula will be Sn equals n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now this is the formula. Let me apply the values to here. Sn equals n, we don't know, n by 2 into 2, a value is 1 plus n, we don't know, minus 1 into d, d is common difference is 2. Sn equals n by 2 into 2 ones are 2 plus multiple 2 to the n and 2 to 1. So 2 to n is 2n minus 2 ones are 2. Now here plus 2 minus 2 get cancelled. So therefore Sn equals n by 2 into 2n. Nothing is there means denominator. In the denominator 1 will be there. So multiple numerator to the numerator, denominator to the denominator. Sn equals 2n into n is 2n square by 2. So now 2 get cancelled. The answer will be n square. Okay. So therefore which option is correct? The B option is correct. B is n square. Okay. So that means you need to shade the B. Okay. So the next question is solutions of the equation a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0 are consistent, then the correct from among the following is. Okay. So they have given some options over there. A1 by A2 is is not equals to B1 by B2. A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2. A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2. A1 by B1 equals A2 by B2 equals C2 by C1. A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is not equals to C1 by C2. This is the option they have given. Now how to solve this? Now, let me just say clearly. Children, when two pair of equations are consistent, then the correct form will be A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. Also I will say in the graph it will be a intersecting lines. Okay, I will not write, but just I will say it will be a intersecting lines. Okay. Now also A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2 means it's also called as consistent pair of equation, but it's called as coincident line. Okay. So it's also called as consistent pair of equation. So therefore the last one will be A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is not equals to C1 by C2 means it's called as inconsistent pair of equation. So the both are called as consistent pair of equation and the last one is called as inconsistent pair of equation. So therefore this is intersecting line, this is coincident line, and this one is called as parallel line. That also I will say. Okay, if they are asking the same question in the different manner. So if they have given instead of the consistent, if they have given the parallel, this is a parallel, right? Parallel means you need to write down this condition. If they have asked coincident lines, you need to write down this condition. If they have asked intersecting lines, you need to write down this condition, right? Now let me just clarify. First of all, we will move on to the question. Now if it is consistent, you need to pick the correct among the four objectives, MCQ questions, right? Among the four options. So that means if you have observed the options, the second one they have not given, the third one they have given, but it's not your answer. Have they given this one? A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2? Yes. They have given this option, A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. So therefore the A option is correct. A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2 when it is called as a consistent pair of equation. Okay. Now we will move on to the next question, children. In a quadratic equation, the value of the discriminant is minus 33, then the equation has. Simple. In the discriminant value, if suppose in a quadratic equation, the discriminant value, if the d value is equals to 0 means then it has a equal and real roots. I'll write that also, equal and real roots, correct? If suppose if the d value is greater than 0, two distinct roots. Now I come to the point. The question says, so if the value is lesser than 0, nothing but the minus values, okay, then it is called as no real roots. So that means all the minus values. So therefore in the question what they have given is, so if the quadratic equation of the value discriminant is minus 33, the value is minus 33, right? So minus 33 means the equation will be what? No real roots. It has no roots. So therefore it is called as no real roots. So therefore the option will be the C, not a real roots. That is your answer. That option you need to shade. Okay, children. Now we will move on to the next question. So the question is, if tan A equals to 1, what is the value of A? Simple. So tan A equals to 1. Now what is the value of A? Now just observe what I have said in the last, in the same session, what I have said in the last means simple. Just check in which angle the 1 value will come. So therefore in a 45 degree, in a tan 45 degree, what is the value of tan 45 degree? Simple. The tan 45 degree value will be equals to 1. So therefore the value of A will be 45 degree. Okay. So that means which option is correct, children? So the D option is correct. You need to write down the D option as correct and you need to shade in the D option like this. Okay. So next question is, in an arithmetic progression, if an equals, I'll write first. So in the arithmetic progression, if an equals 5n minus 2, then the fifth term of a progression is, so you need to find the fifth term. So that means n value will be 5. So it's simple, apply the n value in this equation. So in the place of n, apply the value of n as 5. So therefore A5 equals 5 into n value will be 5. So therefore 5 minus 2. So therefore 5 is a 25 minus 2. The answer is 23. Okay. So therefore which option is correct? So the D option will be correct. So D option you need to shade. Okay. This is the answer for the this an equals 5n minus 2 question. Next question. Okay. So if 7 comma x comma 17 are in AP, the value of x. So 7 comma x comma 17 are in AP, then the value of x is. Now how to find this? So these terms are in AP, right? Let me call this as A1, this as A2, this as A3 because these terms are in AP, correct? So therefore what I will do is I will apply the common difference value. Sorry, common difference formula. So A2 minus A1 equals to A3 minus A2. Okay. So now A2, I will not write this. Okay. So therefore A2 is how much? A2 is x minus A1 is how much? 7 equals to A3 is 17 minus A2 is x. Now just send the 17 to the right hand side, x to the left hand side. So here x is there, keep the x there only. Now minus x will become plus x equals to 17 there only. So therefore minus 7 become plus 7. Okay. So therefore x plus x is 2x equals, now 17 plus 7. Okay. So 17 plus 7 is 24. So therefore you need the value of x, right? So x equals 24 by 2, 2 1s are 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are. Okay, so therefore what is the answer? 12. Correct? So that means which option is right, children? The C option is right. The answer will be 12. Okay. Now this is the method to solve the problem. Now we'll move on to the next question. The roots of the quadratic equations are ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, children. Simple thing, simple question. Write the formula, quadratic formula, that is the that is the root for the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Again I will say, simple. Write the quadratic formula that will be the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, children. Now what is the quadratic formula? So x equals minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4 into a into c whole divided by 2a. Now this is the formula, right? So this will be the roots for the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So that means which option is right? So therefore, so minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a is the first option is correct. So that means you need to write down the first option, or you need to shade the first option. That means that A, right? So here I'll say the another one, children. Here what is there in your screen, or what I'm just showing, this will be the standard form of a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 will be the standard form of a quadratic equation. The same question can be asked in the examination. What is the standard form of a quadratic equation is? So the answer will be ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay. So next question is, in a circle, the angle between the radius and the tangent at its non-center end is. Now let me write the circle first. Now here what they are asking is, so let me write, this is a radius, now this is a tangent. Now the point of contact, the angle between the radius and the tangent is how much they are asking, right? As you know people, I think you know the theorem. Okay, in a circle chapter you will be having a two theorem. One is about the tangents are equal, another one theorem that I think you know people, right? So as you know, the tangent at any point to the circle always perpendicular to the radius, children. So again I will say, the tangent at any point on a circle, always perpendicular to the radius. For this radius, this tangent point of contact will be the perpendicular line, right? So therefore the angle between these 2 points will be 90 degree because it's a perpendicular line. So therefore the answer will be what? 90 degree. So therefore which option is right, children? So the option will be the C option is correct, right? So therefore in the C option you need to shade. Okay, that is the answer for your question. Okay, let me move to the next question, children. So when a cone is cut by a plane horizontally parallel to the base of the cone, then the part other than a smaller cone obtained is called. Now I think you know people that, see, if the cone has been cutted, let me write. Okay, simple. So now this is a cone. Now if they have cutted like this, if this cone has been cutted like this, so the remaining part, the obtaining part is called as nothing but like this. The remaining part will be like this. So therefore this is called as frustum of a cone. Okay, So this obtained figure is called as frustum of a cone. So the option is A. So that means the option A is correct, frustum of a cone. Okay. Now let me move to the next problem. Formula is to find the volume of a right circular cylinder. Simple. The answer is volume of a cylinder will be equals to pi r square h. Okay. This is the formula to find the volume of a cylinder. So that means the D option is correct. So you need to shade in the D option. Okay. Okay, clear? So I hope that you are understanding the problems, children, and I hope that you will learn and you will apply these in the examination. Okay. Now the coordinates of the midpoint of the line joining the points 3, 7 and 5, 5 is. Okay. You need to find the midpoint of the line joining points. Let me write the points first. The points are 3, 7 and 5, 5. Right. Now what you need to do or how to find the midpoints of this line segment, line joining points. First you need to call this point as x1, y1, this as x2, y2. Now we need to write down the formula. So the formula will be p of x y equals x1 plus x2 by 2 y1 plus y2 by 2. Now this is the formula to find the midpoint of the given coordinate points. So therefore I'll write here p of x y equals to, apply this value in this formula. X1 is 3 plus x2 is 5 divided by 2 y1 is how much, 7 plus y2 is how much, y2 is 5 divided by 2. So therefore simplify this. Okay. So therefore p of x y equals 3 plus 5 is 8 divided by 2 now 7 plus 5. So it's 12 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2 fours are. Now 2 ones are 2 6 are. So therefore the midpoints of the lines joining points 3, 7 and 5, 5 will be, so 4, 6. So that means which option is right, children? 4, 6. So 4, 6 will be there in which option? Okay, let me check. 4, 6 is there in A option. So therefore the A option is correct. So you need to shade in A option. Okay. Now the last question I think so. Okay. Okay, let me change the page. Okay. Now the last question is, I'll read the question. I'll read out the question. Roots of the quadratic equation 2x plus 1 and x plus 2 equals to 0 are. Okay, children. Simple question, children. And how to solve or how to find the roots. Okay. So now I'll write the first one as 2x plus 1 equals to 0 and I'll call the second one as x plus 2 is equals to 0. Now you need the value, we know the roots, right? Nothing but you need the value of x, that is the meaning of that. So you need to find the roots. So therefore, so 2x equals plus 1. If you send plus 1 to the right hand side, it will become minus 1. So therefore you need the value of x. So therefore x equals minus 1 by 2. Simple. Okay. Now here also x. So send the plus to the right hand side. It will become minus 2. So therefore what are the roots? The roots are x equals minus 1 by 2 comma minus 2 are the roots of this quadratic equation. Simple. So therefore which option is right? So therefore the options are, so minus 1 by 2 and 2, minus 1 by 2 and minus 2, minus 1 by 2 and 2 and 1 by 2 and minus 2. So therefore which option is right, children? Minus 1 by 2 and minus 2 is there in the B option. So therefore the B option is So you need to share like this. Okay, so these are all the answers for your MCQ questions, 40 MCQ questions, which already I had given day before yesterday. I had chosen these questions from a KSEEB model question paper, and day before yesterday I had given the question children's. Now I have given the solutions, key answers with solutions also. So you need to apply these, the steps, the method in the examination. Okay, and one thing I will say, try to solve more problems based on these topics which already I have said or which already I have taught for you people. Okay, and if you are new here, do subscribe to my channel and do share this video to your friends. Okay, if it is useful for you. I hope this video will be helpful for you people, and I'll meet you in the next video, and thank you. And in the next video I'll just take the physics MCQ questions and I'll upload that video also. Okay, and thank you children.